Hey everybody, Craig Howie here of Howie Guitars, and we're moving on to day 8 of the Phoenix build that we're doing for the SVVSD mobile lab. And today's kind of an exciting day because we finally glue the neck onto the body and it officially becomes a guitar. It's a really cool day. And while the glue is setting up on that, I'm gonna also get the electronics all set up. So here we go. Okay, first thing we're going to do is tape off the fretboard because there's going to be a lot of glue going around and we don't want to get any glue on the fretboard. Now I'm going to just check to see what the fit is like. I have to go through and sand in places maybe, make sure everything's fitting just right. Then I'm going to tape off the body because you do all that sanding and then if you get glue on it you have to re-sand it. So I'm going to tape off part of the body here. Okay, this is a piece of wood that's going to go on the tail of the neck. It's going to help me put a clamp on in a minute. I'll show you here in a minute. Same type of an idea with the body. I'm going to put a block of wood on the back. This is to help with the clamp. Alright, here we go with the frantic part. You're putting a lot of glue on. Got to get it on and then get it set pretty quickly. Putting it on both joints. And on goes the neck. So from here I'm going to go through and clean up the glue as much as I can. This will help me with a lot of sanding later. Once it's cleaned up I'm going to double check the set, make sure everything is right where it needs to be. And then here we go with the clamps. So you can see where those pieces of wood came into play. They're going to help hold that and not damage the body or the neck. Gonna make sure the glue's off as much as possible, get the tape off. And now I'm going to put some wood filler right in the joint. I like to make this joint as tight as possible and make it almost look like there's no division between the body and the neck. So I'm going to get that ready for later for sanding. And there we go. Set it down and let it dry for 24 hours. So now what I'm going to do is get the electronics set up. So I got all this wire here. First I got to just clip off a bunch of really long wires. I use these long tails with all of my electronics and that'll be clear later. So here we are with all the electronics and all the tails of wire that I have to solder. And now it's just a lot of soldering. But first I got to take the ends off of each of the wires. And then I'm going to attach them where they need to go on each component. And then it's just a lot of soldering, tons of soldering points. So here we go, just solder, solder, solder. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put shrink wrap on all of the soldering joints that I can. This is going to protect them when they go inside the body. Then I'm going to use a heat gun here and that'll just shrink the shrink wrap nice and tight on all the joints, keep them nice and safe. Alright, so now I have all these tails. I'm going to twist them all together here and this is going to help much later when I put them inside the body. It'll help me guide the components into the body. Alright, there you go. All the electronics are ready. And now we just got to put them in a bag for later on, and day 8 is done.